Welcome back to Man Across New Horizons. I'm dear darling. As you see what's going on on our lovely island of Fawnhollow today, as we're here vibing, chilling, relaxing, all cool, shooting some b-ball outside of school. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I don't know. It's like it's not even something I watch very often, but it's one of the things which obviously has a very iconic opening sequence. So is one that's stuck in my head. You know, along that with like Friends, which has the. Does it have 3 claps or 4 claps? Honestly, I don't remember. I haven't seen Friends for ages, but anyway, that's not what we're going to talk about. Or is it? Actually, we could talk about that, like opening titles of shows. The thing is, I haven't really seen many other like TV shows. All the TV shows I've seen are like cartoons, but still. Hello everyone. That sounded weird. Hello everyone. Right now in Fawnhallow, it's 5:55 PM on Tuesday, June 21st, 2022. What are some most iconic show opening, opening sequences, I suppose? I'm not sure. What's some? I mean, of course, Friends, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. They're very iconic ones, which I don't know off the top of my head, but actually, maybe I do. So no one told you life was gonna be this way. Bum. maybe I could do that, like off the top of my head. And you might be like, that's surprising. How much of Friends have you watched? Really, the answer is not much. I basically have no sense of what the overarching like plot is for Friends, because the only times I've ever watched it is if I've been around to like family friend's house or whatever, and it's sort of just like a thing we just put on, and it's just like there in the background, or just like we're only sort of vaguely paying attention to it. It's a sort of thing which people don't really hate or anything. It just exists. I mean, some people probably hate it, and would they be right to? I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's like the worst show in the world or anything. I think it's fine. It's just like it's not that interesting. It's a bit dramatic. I'm not really much for like dramatic soaps or dramatics, I suppose, in general. Now I think about it. If you couldn't tell by my rather understated style of speaking, but yeah. What other like big TV shows have very iconic? Game of Thrones I know has a very iconic one, but I've never seen Game of Thrones. And also people kind of like hate Game of Thrones now because, didn't like take a complete nosedive at season 8 or something. How does the Game of Thrones one go? I keep thinking like da-da-dun, da-da-dun, but that's the Skyrim one, isn't it? Dovahkiin, da-da-dun. That's not what I want. I honestly can't remember how the Game of Thrones ones goes. It's probably the sort of thing where if I hear it, I'll be like, oh, yeah, that's it. But, since I've never actually watched a show, it's a little bit difficult for me to place exactly. Want to stop by? Sure, why not, Warren? Let's go by your home. We'll play some card games, because it's not a very common thing to be invited to. I don't know what Breaking Bad is. I don't know why I keep talking about shows which I've never seen. I should probably talk about shows I have seen, but most of them are like sort of like cartoons. And I'm trying to think back to like retro style sort of cartoons or something. I wonder if we should actually say what we're saying, right? Thanks, but no, I'm not looking for anything. But one of my some of my favorite TV shows. How about Codename Kids Next Door? Goes like 5, 4, 3, 2. Kids Next Door, Kids Next Door. Oh, 5, directly in the middle. I think it's going to be smaller, bigger, or smaller. Hey, there we go. A tiger face tea dress. Hey, I don't know why you got a tea dress directly with your face on it, but still. Heading out already. Time flies when you're having fun, indeed. Oh, surfing cake here. Thank you very much, Veron. What else in Powerpuff Girls? That's not one. Well, it's a one which doesn't have any like lyrics to it, so it's a bit difficult to sort of like recreate, isn't it? Bum 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 bum. And then you get like the little, I don't even know what it is, like a glockenspiel or a bell or something. You might be just like, what on earth are you doing? Because I don't think Powerpuff Girls is on air anymore. I'm going to be honest. And I never rebooted it a while back, but I don't really know what came of that. Now think about it, most of these cartoons that I watched didn't really instrumental like openings are very common compared to things like an anime where like it's always like lyrical openings, isn't it? I'm trying to think, what else did I used to watch when I was younger? Dexter's Laboratory? I don't even remember how that one goes. Oh no, that's the Simpsons one, isn't it? The Simpsons. That's a very iconic one as well. But I feel like most of the iconic ones I tend to be iconic just because they're like from popular shows or whatever, right? We need something which is an unpopular show but everyone knows the opening of. Now that's an interesting intersection. And I was trying to think of more cartoons that I've seen before, but I can't really think of any off the top of my head for some reason. I can't remember what Dexter's Laboratory goes like. I can't remember what Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends goes like either. What does Recess go like? Dun, 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 dun. That's how the ending goes, isn't it? I can sort of picture it in my head. Well, I can picture it in my head. I'm sort of recollecting the sound. Why am I just like... I've only got like non-lyrical ones in my head. Oh, you know what? I should have been going to the Disney Channel. The Disney Channel, that's chock full of lyrical openings, you know? Sweet Life of Zakaguri. Here you are in my life. Here you are in mine. That only just died. You and me, we got the world to see, so come on down. It's me and you, it's you and me, we got the whole place to ourselves. What else is a very catchy one? I don't remember what Sweet Life on Deck is. Is it exactly the same? It might be exactly the same. Oh, Kim Possible. That's a really good one as well. I'm your basic... Oh, have you seen the edit of it? It's one of the only like sort of meme edit videos which I've seen, which actually genuinely made me laugh. But it's an edit of... basically, the initial Kim Possible song goes, I'm your basic average girl, and I'm here to save the world. And you can't stop me because I'm Kim Possible, someone like that. Anyway, my song's an absolute banger of a song, but the thing that makes me laugh is that the edit of it goes, I'm your basic average girl, and I'm basic, and I'm average, and I'm girl. I would definitively say probably the dumbest thing I genuinely like had a hearty laugh at. I don't know why. What about it? Well, I mean, obviously, like what about it made you laugh at it? You know, it's a subversion of expectations. It's kind of like the foundations of comedy and all that sort of good thing. But that one edit, I don't know, it lives rent free in my mind. You should go look it up. I don't know what it's called. It's like search I'm basic and I'm average and I'm girl. You'll probably find it. It's so funny, but maybe you won't find it funny if you haven't actually watched Kim Possible or something like that. I don't really know. If you're not familiar with it, you're probably just like, all right. But I'm just saying, you know, perhaps it's more of an insight into my particular style of humour, which is very whimsical, I suppose. It's for some reason that just it's genuinely so funny to me. I've no clue why. But anyway, the Kim Possible theme track is really good. Doesn't matter where, doesn't matter when. I will be there till the very end. In danger or trouble, I'm there on the double. Something. Kim Possible, call me, beat me, if you wanna reach me. I mean, you know the end with that. What's a Stitch? What other Disney Channel show? Oh, Corey in the House. That's a really good one as well. And that's quite like a meme cult classic, isn't it? Like people often quite parody it. Or at least I feel like it's got meme ideas behind it. I don't know why I didn't bring up That's So Raven, but I guess we'll go into that afterwards. What's a Corey in the House song goes? It goes like, Corey in the house. It's a party every week. I don't remember why I remember that. Corey in the house. Very catchy. What's the That's So Raven one go? That's so Raven, it's a future I can see. That's so Raven, so mysterious to me. Yeah, yep, that's me. What about was the Waverly Place? No, it's all coming back to me now. You know, as soon as I got onto that Disney train, I'm there. And so apparently, what we've established is Disney equals anime. Actually, isn't that a thing? Like to do with history of anime, a lot of it was quite heavily inspired by Disney cartoons or something. Like one of the not my founding members of anime, but like one of the earliest animes, like Astro Boy, was like heavily inspired by like Disney cartoons back in the day, wasn't it? Or maybe was it the other way around? It was one way around or the other. I don't remember. Maybe I think it was like they inspired each other. No. I think it was Astro Boy was inspired by Disney, but then Disney was also inspired by Astro Boy as it like became bigger. I don't recall off the top of my head. Anyway, well, this is a Waverly Place. That's a really good one. Well, maybe it's not really that good, but it's very catchy and it's one which is iconically in my head. So you know everything's gonna be a breeze. And the end will no doubt justify the means. You can fix the slightest problem with a silence of ease. Yes, please. I bet you go to the actual hook of it. Everything is not what it seems, and you can get what you wanted in your wildest dreams. You might run into trouble. You know, I've noted that song's actually quite monotone, isn't it? It's a lot of the same note repeated sort of over and over and over again, which is a little bit of melodic lack of interest, isn't it? I would say, but hey ho, what can you really do about it? But, you know, I didn't really see what you said with it there, Vivian, but life being a straight line without any twists or turns would be very boring. You're not wrong, Vivian. Very fair. Anyway, what's up other songs? Oh, Phineas and Ferb. How did I not bring up... if you don't know, for some reason, especially when I started out recording these Animal Crossing videos, Phineas and Ferb somehow found its way into, like, every single video I ever recorded. not the Phineas shoot, but it's mainly because Phineas and Ferb has an insane amount of songs in, like, the entire series, because it's kind of like a musical show, whatever. There is, I think, literally a song in every single whatchamacallit? Every single episode, apart from, like, episode 2 or something, because it hadn't established itself as a musical show back when. Because of, you know, my brain tends to remember my brain tends to remember songs and lyrics quite well. But who knows why? I ended up referencing it basically all the time. Anyway, how does the Phineas and Ferb one go? It's 104 days of summer vacation. School comes along just to end it. But the annual problem of our generation is finding a good way to spend it. I mean, you know, goes on to the whole thing, you know, whatever. I'm not going to sit here and sing every single show opening to you. Well, I mean, I know I could, but it probably wouldn't be the most interesting video, and I'm not that good a singer. Plus, I'd rather sing other songs. No offense to show openings, you know. There was no sense of drama to them. But they're all too explicitly about the show. It's the weirdest thing, which I have with a problem when it comes to shows, songs in, like, TV shows and that sort of thing, is I tend to dislike it for some reason when they are very too narrowly about the show. I like songs being much more general with, like, generally widely applicable things. But if it's specifically applicable to the show, for some reason, in my brain, like, when the lyrics are like that, I'm just like, you know, it doesn't quite sit right with me. I don't know why. It happens all the time with, like, fan parodies. This is such a specific thing I'm talking about. No one cares about this except for me. But it's a thing where, basically, League of Legends, like, song parodies used to be, like, not a dime a dozen, but they used to be super popular. There was, like, Pentakill, there was Instalock, probably other people, the Yordles, I think, who basically made all these, like, parody songs based around League of Legends. But it always, like, annoyed me when the songs were so, like, explicitly about things which happened in the game. Like, I'm trying to think of a good example off the top of my head. It's when they make direct references to, like, the meta-ness of the game itself, where I'm just like, I'm not about that. Lyrically. Like there's one called I'm Glad You're Vain. That one really annoys me. I don't know why. I kind of hate the lyrics in that one. Sorry, you know, Plentykill. I did love your songs, you know, when they first started coming out and everything. And I don't mean any hate towards them, of course. But I don't know why, that song, for some reason, really annoyed me when it first came out. Like, I'm Glad You're Vain, and then, like, the lyrics are, I knock them up as if I'm Cal, which is a reference to another champion in the game, for some reason. So it's like, I knock them up as if I'm the champion Alistair. But the song's about, you're meant to be playing Lulu, who is another champion. But if I remember in the lyrics, there's literally no other, like, references. There might actually be no references to Lulu in the actual song. Which is sort of just like, I don't understand why Lulu is a part of it or something. Anyway, I don't know, I can't quite properly explain why that sort of style of lyricism I dislike so much, but I'm not too bothered by it when it happens in musicals, I suppose. I suppose it's sort of context dependent. I suppose if it is something which is specifically tied to that media property it's in or that situation, I'll find it fine as long as the lyrics are cleverly written at the same time. But I feel like cleverly written lyrics can be both applicable to the exact situation and, you know, widely applicable as well. Like, I don't know, I guess Disney's another good one to go back to, like, what else can I do, like, Encanto, Surface Pressure, those sort of things. Those are things which, you know, specifically are you know, make sense in the context of Encanto, but also can be used widely generalised as well. Like, especially what else can I do, you know, it's all about, no one's got, like, powers to make flowers sprout out or whatever, like Isabella does, but, you know, the general themes still work, and then, like, if you sing it in a general sense, the flowers still work as, like, a sense of, like, a metaphor, or kind of more flowerful, I suppose, language, rather than necessarily being so tied down, I suppose, to the story which is happening. Anyway, what other famous openings are there? I suppose this is when we can sort of, like, delve into anime ones, but I'm trying to think of what famous anime ones are there. Oh, of course, Attack on Titan. Do people like Attack on Titan anymore? I don't know what's happened. Like I feel like I've never heard about it like since. Like, you know, people were like raving about it all the time. Of course, in season 1, season 2, people like loved it. Season 3, I think, came out. I don't know what's happened to it. I've literally never heard anyone like bring it up since. Did it have like a Game of Thrones style thing where it just like fell off the face of the earth? Anyway, that's a very notable theme song. You know, I feel like most people even know it because it's such a dramatic thing, isn't it? Da 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 dun 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 da da da. A lot of like the anime opening themes, I feel like I only kind of know them, or like anime songs in general. I suppose I can only know them from like the games I played where they like covered them. Obviously, like projects like I now used to be Bandori. I used to play which cover like certain anime songs. What's my favourite one, you might ask? It's from my favourite like anime song. I don't know if it's an opening or an ending, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I forgot what I was going to say. Hey Bruce, I have a usual. I forgot what I was going to say. I don't know if it's opening or an ending. I think it's an ending, but it's from an anime called Anohana, and it's called like Secret Garden. No, Secret Base or something. That one. I don't know why. I really love that song. You know, I love my melancholic. I love my bittersweet sounding melodies. Not my symphonies necessarily. Actually, I found that song fine. I'm trying to think what other ones I like. I do like the Madoka one, but that might be best because I like Madoka's like my favorite anime or whatever. Wait, is that how it goes? I think I'm getting it mixed up with something else. The Tokyo Ghoul one's also really nice. How does it go? I can't remember how it goes. I also have not seen the series, by the way. How does it go? I can't remember how it goes. The Kimi no Na one's also really good. That's not really an opening or an ending theme, I suppose. It's just sort of like what plays during the not climax of the movie, but like the epilogue sort of thing of the movie. Oh, all around Host Club High School Host Club. That's a really good one as well. Kiss, kiss, fall in love. Hey. Sakura Kiss. I feel like that was also a very sort of like meme cult classic-esque one, especially in the early days. I feel like that was very, very much one which commonly appeared on Tumblr, shall we say. What other popular anime is there? Like, I watched My Hero Academia. I can't actually remember how many of the openings go. The only My Hero Academia song which really, like... Oh, hello, Biscuit. You're visiting Lily. Not the only one which appeals to me, but the one that I always I think of in my head is that, like, one which is always happens during, like, really, like, emotional moments during a thing. Like when, you know, episode whatever, when, you know, Deku and One For All are having... No, All Might. That's the name, and having that conversation. Also, I don't know if people like My Hero Academia anymore now. Feels like that's sort of falling off the face of the earth as well. But maybe that's just because I don't really pay attention to anime trends and that sort of thing, so I don't really know what people are talking about in that regard. What else has a really iconic... I can't even think what other like animes I watched. Like I watched Fruits Basket. I don't remember what that soundtrack goes like. What opening goes like. I've watched Kiznaiva. Don't remember what that one goes like. The only ones I remember are like, you know, so much for me actually remembering songs very well. I like the more mean ones, like Blend S. I remember that one. Smile, sweet, sister, sadistic, service, no, surprise, service. We are style. I can't remember what the coffee shop's called. I know I watched that one. That's right. Oh, literally, an anime just like passed through like in your. Oh, that was it. Kaguya. Love is War. I was gonna be like one just passed through my head for a split second. I just immediately forgot it. Love is war, love is war, love is war. Did we find the person who did the recipe? I don't know if we did. Maybe it's Fauna. What other one? Oh, Beastars. What does the Beastars one go like? I can't remember what Beastars one goes like. Beastars has two really good ones. Hold on, is Beastars season 3 out? I should actually watch this series at some point, but I really haven't. And before you're asking why I haven't seen it, I read a manga, that's why. Beastars season 3. December 7th. Wait. Around mid of 22 or late 2022. I gotta get onto it. and actually watch it at some point. What very iconic musical openings are there? I know, I feel like I should do a Sporkle quiz about this and see how well I do, but I think I'm going to get copyright claimed if I record a video about, wow, I have too many things open. Why do I have so many random windows open? Why? Oh, okay, that needs to be open. Iconic anime openings or endings of all time. We'll see how many of these, like, I'm going to have to read a list and see how many of these I actually record off the top of my head. Oh, Pokemon, that's such an obvious one. That's one everyone knows. I wanna be, well, sorry, the original Pokemon theme song from the first season. Connect from Puella Magica Magica. Already said that one. I don't even know what Shaman King is. Never even heard of it. Hacking to Gate. Ah, this one I've heard, but I can't remember how it goes. I've not watched Steins Gate, so I don't really know anything about it. But I know I've heard it because it was one of the songs covered in Bandori, which it's a Japanese like Okay, Pergola is the first one we need. It's a Japanese rhythm game I used to play on my phone, which I don't play anymore. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, not seen. Gundam, not seen. Why have I 2 Gundam ones in a row? I guess they're that iconic. I don't know. Yu-Gi-Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh monsters. Is that one like hanging with school friends after school or something? I can't remember how it goes. I've not seen any Yu-Gi-Oh, so I really don't know. Samurai Champloo. Attack on Titan. Da, 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 da. Oh, Lucky Star. That's a very famous one as well. I've actually seen this one. Da 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 da. How does the chorus go? Because that's like the rap part at the beginning. Da 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 da. We got cherry pie. Da 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 da. That also made me think of Hare Hare Yuki or whatever it's called. The Melancholy of Haruhi, whatever, which I've seen like, okay, Plaza Clock, that's the next one we need to get. That's an episode, not episode, it's a season I've seen like, series I've seen like a few episodes for? I don't really remember it all too well, I'll be honest. I actually used to know the dance to that for some reason. I don't know, remember when I learned it. It was back in primary school, I think. I was a bit young to be watching it, maybe necessarily, but who knows. Guilty Crown, Fly High, Haikyuu. Sailor Moon. Oh, Sailor Moon. Fighting evil by moonlight. No. Something love by daylight. Is that it? I don't really remember, I'll be honest. Never running from a real fight. I've not seen Code Geass. I've not seen Fate Zero. Bakuman. Oh, it's a manga drawing one. I've heard of this, but I've never seen it. Fullmetal Alchemist. I feel like I've heard it, but I wouldn't be able to tell you what it goes like off the top of my head. Dragon Ball Z. I've never actually seen any episode of Dragon Ball Z, nor Cowboy Bebop, so I don't really know much about it. Your Lie in April. Oh, Hikaru no Na. I know this, but I actually knew this from Goose House, I think, first, before I knew it from Hikaru no Na. Because I feel like it... Yeah, no. I mean, it might have been... Because their cover of... Sorry, them performing it went viral because of Your Lie in April, whatever, but I didn't know what Your Lie in April was when I heard the song originally. I was like, this is a good song. I was meant to get one more coconut, but it doesn't really matter. Hikaru no Na is a fantastic one. Oh, she da 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 da. Cool Angels Thesis. How does this one go? I kind of want to play it so I just can remember how it goes, but I also don't want to get copyright struck or anything like that. It's going to be a thing I play afterwards and just be like, oh yeah, I remember it now. Anyway, I've not seen Neon Genesis Evangelion. I've seen like none of these. I see like I watch like nothing. Is all I'm learning, which, you know, on brand. 100 best. That's, hold on. Iconic TV show openings. Danny Phantom. Danny Phantom. I can't remember how Danny Phantom goes. I've only seen one episode of it, I think, ever. Yeah, Danny Phantom, who was just 14 when his parents built a very strange machine. For some reason I know those lines, but I've never actually seen the show that much. This reminds me of Phil of the Future, which is another Disney one. You can tell like which TV channels I watched when I was younger, Cartoon Network and Disney Channel. He's a 27th century man, Phil of the Future. I wonder what happened to Phil of the Future. Did he ever go back to the future? Let's see, hold on. Phil of the Future. How did a series finale go? How many seasons did I have? I only had 2 seasons. Stand Up Straight. Back to the Future, not the movie. A couple, but Phil gets a grim realization that the time machine is fixed. Lloyd was intentionally not repairing it because the family was so happily living in this century. I don't remember who Lloyd is. Then when I rushed the time machine too late, Phil begs his father to go back so he can truly say goodbye to Kitty. Kitty's reading the school news when Phil comes back to say goodbye. Phil exclaims, I don't want to leave without saying goodbye for real because of a passionate kiss. Kitty tells Phil to wait for her and Phil agrees. She gives him one more kiss. Isn't he from the 20th century? 27th century? I forget Curtis. The caveman friend? So it actually did have a proper season finale. I didn't know that. Phil of the future Lloyd. Who's Lloyd? The father. Pim. I was like, I swear this person Phil has a sister, but I don't remember. Wow, this is a nostalgia trip. I'm just having so many nostalgia trips all the time. In these Animal Crossing episodes. Anyway, what other TV shows? BoJack Horseman. I haven't seen BoJack Horseman, so I don't know. Game of Thrones. Until the show got depressingly bad. I just realised I'm on BuzzFeed as well, so I apologise. But Succession? What? I don't even know what that is. Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. I don't know what that is. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. They're very iconic. Ready, Set, Adventure Time. I've not seen Adventure Time. It's opening. Isn't Adventure Time opening? I thought it was just like. It was just loading like sounds or something. I think I'm getting confused with something else. Dark. I don't know. Dark's that German one or something. Breaking Bad, not seen. Malcolm in the Middle. Can't remember. Oh, you know. What about the Tracy Beaker show? Remember that? How does that go? Oh my god, it was a really popular one in the UK, at least because it was based off like books by Jacqueline Wilson. It was a very popular author. You know, I can make my dreams come true. Na, na, na. I will win someday. Something like that, right? What's the other one I was thinking of? I'm Fabulous. Unbearable, it's better, I'm fabulous. It's better and fabulous. Avatar Last Airbender. I haven't actually seen that. Sopranos, not seen. Phineas and Ferb, yes. Based. Westworld. I'll be honest, I didn't actually know Westworld was a TV series. Oh, SpongeBob SquarePants. That's a really iconic one. I can't believe I didn't say that. There's no pineapple under the sea. SquarePants. What we do in the shadows. Bob's Burgers, not seen. Buffy. I have seen Buffy. I don't remember the opening for it very well. I was very young when I watched it, to be fair. Perhaps too young. Who knows? Sabrina the Teenage Witch I used to watch, but again, I was quite young when I watched that, so I don't remember. Community? I don't know. Doctor Who. Simpsons, that's a good one. I think I already mentioned that, though. Gravity Falls. I hear it's a good one. Not seen Gravity Falls, so I don't know. There's that viral tweet recently, wasn't there, with like the creator of Gravity Falls and like the emails they had to have between like Burma and like Disney. I can't remember the Disney people who like approve what actually gets shown or what what gets shown on the screen and what doesn't. I mean, like, oh my god! I just knocked over my bottle with a really hard elbow. Luckily, it only landed on a load of tiny boxes, so it's okay. But it's utterly insane, like the sort of things that he had to fight for. like one of the t-shirts says like poop or something, and they're just like, you can't say that because it might allude to, you know, like a swear word synonymous with it. And he was like, I don't know, it's utterly insane. You should go look it up. Like, I understand, like, Disney, you know, it's kind of so notorious, I suppose, for having such a tight grip on exactly how things are portrayed and they own or whatever, so I'm not surprised that, you know, they had to fight like this. And as I understand it, you know, I have an interest in cartoons and that sort of thing, you know. Would I love to create some cartoon someday? Absolutely. But, you know, that day's quite a ways off anyway. But anyway, what my point was, I forgot what my point was. Yeah, it's the sort of thing that, like, any creative, like, has come to when they're like working for like a corporation or something like this, you know, things get censored, things get like unapproved or whatever, you know, you have to fight for it or whatever, you know. It's why like a lot of LGBT people, like creators, especially in those spheres, had to really fight to get things represented, etc, etc. Like, you know, what I always think about is like in Encanto, like they really had to fight for Luisa to like look muscly, and for her to have such like a big and imposing figure. By the way, thank the Lord she did. I think she's awesome for it. And she's probably the most iconic character, I think, in the entirety of Encanto. But like, they had to really, really fight to even get like that sort of representation in. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. But also, you know, it's something like, I don't want to say like I understand it, like, and like, oh, I empathize, but it's more like, obviously their perspective is what makes the most money, the thing which appeals to the most audiences, and by doing this, you know, you're cutting off from some audiences. Whether, you know, I'm just like, obviously as a consumer, I'm just like, you know, who cares in that sense, but, you know, they're literally the only thing that they want is the most money, and I'm sort of like, at least I understand where it's coming from. You know, it's not completely unprompted, I suppose, but it is like quite inane, I think, to see it actually in action, and actually see like some of the emails that he had, the exchanges he had to have. Anyway, sorry, this got really like off track. I don't know what I talked about, opening sequences, I guess. So anyway, we're going to round off this episode here, so if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Day Darling. Any likes, comments, subscription, shares are greatly appreciated. Join my Day Darling Discord, follow me on Twitter down below. Hope we see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.